wie er sich nicht dazusetzt. Und damit Heyhoo und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact. Diese Kinder, ey. Die sagt auch nichts. Ja gut, dann sagen wir halt auch nichts.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Ja.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Paimon, wo sollen wir denn so zählen?
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
Er hat jetzt so schön Design.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Oh, die Augen.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
Vielen Dank.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Nee, das passt schon.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dehya. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Oh mein Gott. Also das kannst du überhaupt nicht. Ja.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
Azar, so heißt er also.
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
Oh, yeah.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge.
Also ganz kurz, bevor die hier weiterlabern. Der Typ hat doch noch sein Akasha dran. Hören die nicht zu?
The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
Deshalb schickst du dich selber ins Exil.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority.
Cyno seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Wir können ihm nicht vertrauen für den Fall, dass er sich nur eine Geschichte ausgedacht hat.
Well, Cyno, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage.
Oh, das war das, was wir auch gehört haben.
The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Alhaitham, oh Gott. Alhaitham wusste von Anfang an Bescheid. Die Weisen haben sich schon von Anfang an für uns in Acht genommen. Ja, Alhaitham wusste von Anfang an Bescheid.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that EIn mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
Ui, das ist also mit ihm passiert.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Was ist mit deiner Begegnung mit mir? Du wolltest mit uns kommen, nur um mich zu untersuchen. Das da.
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Aber reicht es als Beweis?
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Boah, ich weiß nicht, ich vertraue hier noch niemandem.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
Ich verstehe.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Warum? Egal. Ja.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion.
Curiosity kills the cat. Ich dachte, das kommt jetzt.
Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dehya. I believe it's your turn.
Ja, aber sie hat doch nichts zu sagen.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyazard of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dehya.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Was?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Oh, ich will das sehen.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Einige Zeit später beruhigte sich der Wind.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. Alright, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Dann schauen wir noch mal nach draußen. Das waren erst mal 12 Minuten, das ist noch nicht genug. Zu Hause von Dorf... Warte mal. Kann ich noch mit denen reden? Ne, die sind plötzlich verschwunden. Also raus. Wo sind die? Oh nein. Nicht die Viecher.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Nicht nur außerordentlich stark, sondern auch sehr ausdauernd.
Here comes another wave!
Können wir jetzt vielleicht mal helfen?
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the flame mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Cutscene? Aber sie ist doch gar nicht dabei. Egal. Also es laggt ein bisschen, nicht wundern, deswegen schneide ich das so ein bisschen zusammen.
The wind knows me.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Okay, es hat gereicht.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Eigentlich müsste noch so ein großer kommen,
What
oder?
we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Wer bist du?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
Hat Locken.
I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Onkel Ampu. Es tut mir leid, dass ich euch Ärger gemacht habe.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Oh, yeah.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Und Eleazar.
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Haypasia wurde auch fast in die Wüste geschickt.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Ich möchte auch helfen.
Is it because you're reminded of Haypasia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Cyno? You seem like you really don't trust him.
Solange dir und die anderen da sind, sollte das kein Problem sein. Deshalb ist die perfekte Gelegenheit, um ihn genau zu beobachten.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Okay, dann war's das mit dieser Folge von Genshin Impact. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet viel Spaß beim Zusehen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.